Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pachatade Satarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktarunda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukham Karoti Vachalam Pagmum Nandvaite Grim Yat Krupatamaham Vande Shri Guru Dinatarine Hare Krishna. So today we'll see verse number 39 of chapter 3, and the title of the chapter is Karma Yoga. So let us chant the shloka. Avruttam jnanam etena
आवृत्तं ज्ञानमेतेन
jnanino nityavairina
ज्ञानिनो नित्यवैरिणा
kamarupena kaunteya
कामरूपेण कौन्तेय
tushpu tushpurena nalena cha tushpurena analena cha
दुष्पूरेण नलेन च
Avrutam Jnanam Etena
आवृत्तं ज्ञानमेतेन
Jnanino Nityavairnina
ज्ञानिनो नित्यवैरिणा
Kamarupena Kaunteya
कामरूपेण कौन्तेय
Dushrupena Nalena Cha.
दुष्पूरेण नलेन च
Please chant the shloka.
आवृतं ज्ञानमेतेन ज्ञानिनो नित्यवैरिणा कामरूपेण कौन्तेय दुष्पूरेण नलेन च
Anyone else? Okay, so translation and purport. Thus, the while living entity's pure consciousness becomes covered by his eternal enemy in the form of lust, which is never satisfied and which burns like fire. Purport. It is said in Manusmriti that lust cannot be satisfied by any amount of sense enjoyment, just as fire is never extinguished by constant supply of food. In the material world, the center of all activities is sex, and thus this material world is called Maithunya Agara, or the shackles of sex life. In the ordinary prison house, criminals are kept within bars. Similarly, the criminals who are disobedient of the law of Lord are shackled by sex life. Advancement of material civilization on the basis of sense gratification means increasing the duration of material existence of living entity. Therefore, this lust is a symbol of ignorance by which living entity is kept within the material world. While one enjoys sense gratification, it may be that there is some feeling of happiness, but actually that so-called feeling of happiness is ultimate enemy of sense enjoyer. So Krishna is replying to Arjuna's question why we do certain activities that we don't intend to do. And Krishna said the reason is lust only, Arjuna, which is the enemy of this whole world. And yesterday shloka we saw that Krishna explained about the different degrees of lust. And for human life, it's still a better situation where we can see when the consciousness can be increased. So here Krishna is giving details how the lust um, impacts or misdirects our life's goal. So yesterday we saw that it's like a covering. So if you say human life, it's compared to fire and smoke. So avruttam means cover. So avruttam jnanam etena. So jnanam here means the knowledge or the pure consciousness. So the property of the soul is pure consciousness, and knowledge of his relationship with Krishna. But what the lust does, lust covers it, avruttam. And jnanino nitya vairina. So it is the nitya, eternal enemy of the knower, Jnani now, the person who knows. Kamarupena Kaunteya. So in the form of lust, what, oh Kaunteya, what it does? Uh, Tushpurena Nalena Cha. It's never satisfied. So here the analogy is given of fire. So if we want to stop the fire, we have to put something that will not promote the fire. So if we put inside the fire, say ghee or oil, the fire will keep increasing. So we cannot finish, right? So the fire will cannot be extinguished. So similarly, the lust, yeah, or the desires that we have, if we keep on fulfilling the desires slowly, slowly, then this they will not stop. So what the lust does, actually it covers our knowledge, and it also dilutes us. How it dilutes us? By taking us to wrong direction. So there may be the sense of little happiness, as Srila Prabhupada mentions. So that little happiness we may take as a goal, that I want to be happy. And if some people take that sense gratification, happiness as the goal, then they will be misdirected, or they will go in the wrong direction. So, in this way, the illusion of our life continues if we don't come across any devotee who tells us the proper goal of life. So, another point here is um, Nitya. Nitya means eternal. So, this in this eternal means the thing, a thing of which origin cannot be traced out. So we don't know when we came across this lust or desires, and from how much time this we are taking birth, repeated births. It's anadi, it's eternal, that its origin cannot be traced. We cannot find out from how and when it started. So it's running, it's going on for so long time that we cannot find out the origin also. So dushpurena means it's never satisfied. Because it's never satisfied, it has been continued till now. And if we don't try to stop it, it will continue as it has been till now. So how we can change, or at least if we don't have to feed it like fire, like ghee in the fire, then what to do? So we have to do certain activities which detach us from these sense enjoyments. So main purpose of Krishna consciousness is to get attached to Krishna. So the more we get attached to Krishna, the more we get attached to the spiritual practice, the more we get detached from the senses and its enjoyment. Why? Because by doing the spiritual say services or spiritual practices, we get a higher taste. A higher taste means like a taste that is not, that is uh, eternal, or that gives not only happiness but that gives a bliss. Bliss is something that comes from the Atma. So Atma's property is Satchit Ananda. So this Ananda or bliss that comes from inside. So that higher taste of higher bliss or happiness, that encourages us to get more and more attached to the higher taste, and so we give up the lower taste. So what are the lower taste? Lower taste are the uh, temporary things, so the which are not eternal. So the happiness coming from, see, if I like driving, I will go for driving maybe 1 hour, 2 hour, 1 day, 2 day, but it's not eternal. I cannot drive eternally and get the happiness. If I want to eat something, if I want to eat, say, mango, I can eat one mango, two mango, 12 mango, 50 mango. I cannot go on eating the mangoes eternally. So all these pleasures that we get from external are temporary. That's why they cannot satisfy us, and that's why the Today I may eat mangoes, 50 mangoes, and then 3 days I will not feel like eating. But after 3 days, again I will feel like eating the mangoes. So it will keep coming. So if you want to get rid of eating the mangoes, then you have to stop eating the mangoes. Otherwise, how you will overcome that habit? So similarly, if we want to overcome this lust, we have to do something better than the our own desires. So better than our own desires are the desires of the Lord, desires of the Krishna. So we have to fulfill the desires of Krishna, and then we can this jnana, the jnana avruttam. So this avruttam, or this covering, uh, that is stopping us from using our real knowledge, will be removed, and we then, by the proper or the real knowledge, we can progress on the path of self realization. So here Krishna is telling Arjuna that you don't want to fight, so that is your dharma, but you are trying to avoid it. And maybe Arjuna is doing it forcefully because he don't want to kill his superiors, seniors, fathers, relatives, gurus. So that is coming from his own desire against his dharma. So Krishna is telling that you should not come under the influence of such desires. So now Krishna will tell more where this lust is situated. Say in terms of human beings, in our case, where the lust is situated. So when we talk about lust, generally we talk about the bodily desires, like Srila Prabhupada mentions about the six desires and bodily needs. But lust or desires are of different types. A desire to be famous, desire to be adored by everyone, desire to be respected by everyone. These are also a type of lust that keeps us bound to the bodily identification. So, when we say lust, we should not only think of the one uh, bodily lust or lust for the opposite sex. No, it's far beyond that, because Krishna will tell tomorrow where it's situated. From that, we can understand that it can be on any sense object. And so let's see tomorrow where it is situated, and then Krishna will tell us how to overcome this. So this way, lust means our desires are never satisfied, and they will keep coming, keep coming. So we have to desire only one thing: to serve Krishna or get used in the service of Krishna. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. So anyone has any comments or any reflections, questions? Ishpurena nalena cha na alane cha analena means fire. Okay, Hare Krishna. So let's see tomorrow where this lust or desires are situated. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank